Man, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got episode 4 underway.
That's right. Here we are, Shop Talk episode 4.
Shop Talk episode 4. Thank you all for joining us. We got a very special show for you guys today.
Yes, sir. We in the building with my brother over here, Michael Medina. And remember, 17 North Main Street, that's FCB, best barbershop in town. Come through.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate
You're welcome,
that.
Absolutely.
So what we got going on today, Ricardo? What we got going on?
Well, today's something special. You know, we just had a holiday that just passed, and it was Veterans Day, and there's a lot of veterans out there that we have to show our gratitude and appreciation for.
Shout out to all the vets out there,
Absolutely.
man. All the veterans.
Absolutely. My father's a veteran. You know, one of my uncles is a veteran, and so we got to respect that. You know,
I come across a lot of veterans here too. You know,
Absolutely.
and it's just cool to hear, some of their experiences and their thoughts on the whole, going overseas and the whole experience is just being in the military.
Yeah, I gotta, give hats off to them because me personally, like, I wouldn't go to war. And
it takes someone that is about that life.
Absolutely.
I remember one of my clients, man. This dude scored a crazy high number on his ASVAB, with college education already under his belt, which led him to be able to choose where he wanted to be in the military. He scored that high, and he said, "I want to be the guy that's walking right next to the tank."
Wow, that's crazy.
And I was crazy. Like, shout out to Zach Mayberry, that's my boy. He told me that. He said, I wanted to be the guy that was walking next to the tanks and kicking in the doors of these terrorists, and stuff like that when they were looking for some of these terrorists, man. It takes a special type of courageous someone to put on those boots and hard hat, So shout out to all of y'all.
Absolutely. Shout out to y'all because I ain't doing it.
Nah, man, that's a difficult job, that's a difficult one.
That's like going in there saying, you know what, I might make it home or I might not. And that's something, I don't know, man. I love my life too much to even think about.
I know.
But I respect that, I respect that 100%.
No, definitely. And so today, it was just recently Veterans Day.
Right, yep.
So we invited a veteran to join us today on our podcast. And
someone you know very well.
I've known this guy for a number of years now. He's actually my contractor. He's been my contractor.
Right. Still working.
He's actually upstairs right now working, just beautifying the building and just bringing my vision to life little by little, He's a 70-year-old young man and he's a Vietnam veteran, and he's gonna come on a little later and talk to you a little something about, you know what, I don't know what he's gonna talk. We're just gonna ask him a couple questions, and I don't know, because this, these topics sometimes are a little iffy, but we kind of just want to bring him on here and praise him for his service and gentlemen like him,
Absolutely.
But yeah, he's upstairs and he's building right now. We got 5 apartments being built upstairs from the barbershop, and this guy is just making it a reality, you know?
Right. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. And the fact is that he's 70 years old and still doing contracting work.
He doesn't want to stop.
That's crazy. A lot of people who are accustomed to that don't want to stop. They want to keep doing it.
Yeah, well, some people believe that if you stop, you stop.
Absolutely.
And
we've seen that.
Yeah, it's important to keep going, and it's important for him to keep going too, because he wants to get out there and be somebody still. So shout out to all them hardworking gentlemen out there, all all the hard workers out there, period.
Yeah. Hardworking women, hardworking men, who still, just working hard to maintain.
Yeah, so the ladies who are still out there waitressing, trying to make it happen, and making sure that the grandkids got some presents on the holidays.
Yes, sir.
It's almost Thanksgiving, so being a veteran, bro, like you just said, you wouldn't go to war, and I wouldn't want to either.
It's for numerous reasons as well.
Right, of course, but there's people out there that's doing it, and there's conflicts actually going on right now. We won't even touch on them, but on our last episode we talked about spreading love and spreading peace, and being the change that you want to see in the world, and being at war is obviously the opposite of that, man. And we just we pray that these wars just stop, people just come together and learn to coexist coexist.
Absolutely.
We all brothers and sisters,
right.
one way or another, man. Because if you human, you my brother, you my sister. I could learn to love you, you know, and you could learn to love me. And we just gotta like learn that we all different, and it's okay to be different,
Right.
you know.
Absolutely.
It's okay to be from this part of the world. It's okay to have this color complexion.
Believe in a certain religion.
It's okay to have this accent, this religion. Let's just accept it. Let's coexist. Let's spread love, you know. But unfortunately, the reality is there are some conflicts, and there has been, which is why there's a Vietnam vet coming to be our little guest today. So yeah, man, let's spread love. Let's spread peace.
That's it. We need that in the world today, man. Unfortunately, things that are happening right now, you know, it's happening, but everyone all around, all together, just need to come together and just unify as one, because it's just too much diversity, man. And that's everywhere in the country, in the world, and we just need to forget all the negative hate and just spread love, man. It's all about love and positivity. Because if you notice, man, you probably don't notice, but if you do, the more love you give out, the more love you get. And it's even better for your body. It's better for your mental health. It's just better for you, period.
Yeah,
you know?
No, that makes you feel good when you do something good for somebody. You know, when you make somebody's day, when you're there for them at their lowest and their most difficult times, man, it does something for you too. And I don't mean like
not like you're expecting
posting
back,
about it, like yo, listen, I gotta tell everybody what I just did. You know, I helped this old lady with her grocery bags into her trunk, bro. Like you don't have to.
No.
What it does, what it did for you, that natural act of kindness, your real generosity, the genuineness of it, that does something to you.
And there's a pro and a con to that, because I can see what you're saying, because I agree with that as well, but I also see if they put it out there, maybe the next person will spark in their mind to be like, you know what, let me go do something nice. You know, but sometimes you'll see these videos and sometimes they cringe. You know, you see them, you're like,
you be like, oh my God, they did it on purpose. At the same time, you see, it's almost like don't kill the messenger. You know what I'm saying? The message is nice. We understand the post. You know, we understand, but when you're genuine, you know, you can make a post. It doesn't matter. Make the post if you want to, but sometimes spread love naturally, you know, let that thing flow and don't force it, man, because love is love, man. And it's natural, you know?
That's it. And in life, I think, just speaking personally, I grew up in the streets, so I think, you know, I reflect on my life and I'm like, yeah, I did a lot of negative shit. And I know I did a lot of negative shit. And anything that has ever come back to me, I accepted it as my own karma, because I put that out there in the world and I received it back. But it helps you grow. If you acknowledge that you've done that, it helps you grow.
You know, like you said, man, I think we've all done some things that we definitely regret or wish we could turn back the clocks to change. I know for me, there's things that I've done that I wish I could ask forgiveness for. And
I've done that.
And because I may not have the capabilities to contact these people because I don't know their names or whatever the case may be, the victims of some of my past mistakes and errors, you know, I wish I could say sorry to them, because the person that I once was,
it's not the person you are now.
No, and I'm so different. And you know, I regret them so much that I regret not being able to also apologize for my actions as a young fella, you know.
And you know what's crazy is that people see different aspects of you. So someone that you met now might be like, really, you're talking about the same person? Because I look at him totally different. So someone in your different eras of life have different perceptions of you. So someone might know me as a piece of shit, like, oh, that motherfucker, I used to see him in the street. And someone might be like, oh, he's a nice guy.
Exactly. They'd be like, what? That guy?
You know, I'm trying to keep politics out of this, but I just, with the whole Palestine and Israel thing, there's two sides of the story. Those two people have been at war with each other for years, for a long time. And I just think that they both need to come to a conclusion and just end it. You know, I know this is totally off topic of what we're talking about, but I just think people need to get that view in mind, that we just need to end the war, period, because war is never good.
I mean, it's never a good day when, you know, the media is showing casualties on both sides. It shouldn't be any casualty. You know, we should all be building bridges, you know, instead of tearing them down, you know?
Building walls.
Yeah, man, let's keep spreading love, and RIP to all the casualties out there, you know, in the past and present, you know.
The thing is, and a lot of veterans who've been in war, there's a lot of traumatic things that they've been through that they don't want to talk about or even touch on. So we got to respect that too. So if you see a veteran, don't ask them a crazy question that's going to make them feel uncomfortable.
This takes time to be able to have those conversations. There's another veteran that I absolutely adore, man. He's the man, and I just love hearing him talk, and we talk about all subjects, you know, while he's in the chair. He's too shy to be on the podcast, but man, shout out to Mr. Dunk. He's the man, and we have established a cool relationship. And it's just, you know, some people are okay with talking about it, and some people, you know, it takes time. It takes time to be comfortable enough to share one thing, you know, and I understand it, you know, I understand it. You know, there's things that we couldn't even fathom.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. That's,
you know, people were jumping out of helicopters,
just all types
you
of
know,
stuff.
trying to help and rescue, and you guys are like real superheroes for real.
Right.
You know, I play Call of Duty. I play Call of Duty. I'm not even that good at it, but man, that's you guys did it in real life, you know. So we appreciate you guys for real, man, because you guys played a role in us even being able to have a free world, to be able to have a podcast, a show, for us to be sitting here, you know, the way we are, as free as we are.
Because there's certain countries where you can't even express, you can't even do this in certain countries.
Right.
You know.
And if so, it has to be monitored.
Right. That's it.
And certain things have to be left out, man. And I'm just grateful that we're here, and I'm grateful for the people that make that possible. And you know what? I think that's a good time to maybe bring Jeff on board.
Sounds good to me.
He's upstairs working. I'm gonna go upstairs and get him real quick, and then I'll be right back.
Continue. Sounds good to me.
Be right back. All right, we are back.
Yes, sir. With our special guest.
My boy Jeff. I was telling everyone before you came on, Jeff, how long you've been with me. You've been here working as my contractor for 5 years, going on 6, and you're doing your thing upstairs. You did your thing downstairs, and you know, we were, you know, paying homage to a lot of the veterans out there.
Absolutely.
And we mentioned that you were a veteran, and we just wanted to first of all start off by saying thank you so much for your service.
You're so welcome.
Yeah, we really appreciate
the courage, the honor you guys have.
Yeah, and you know, we talked about how a Vietnam veteran such as yourself is still grinding, still working, still chipping away, refuses to stop. You know, what's something that keeps you going every day? Like, you know, what's something that motivates you to get up and still get it,
I have 3 things. My daughter asked me a few years ago, Dad, why don't you retire? And I said, Tia, look at it this way. Number 1, I don't want to. I enjoy what I do. I take pride in what I do. Number 2, I can't live on Social Security. They don't give me enough. And number 3, you can have a 200-year-old house. If somebody's living in that house, it'll stand. You can have a 25-year-old house. If that house is empty, it's coming down.
Right.
If you don't use this and this, you waste away.
That's right.
And I'll be damned if I'm going to waste away.
We ain't gonna let you waste away because I keep you busy, don't I, Jeff?
You do that. You do that.
How this whole thing started? Because someone messed up my bathroom floor, right? And you came in and assessed.
Yeah. Took them 3 days to mess up a bathroom floor.
Wow.
I came in, tore it all apart, and redid it in 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing.
That
is amazing. I believe it. I believe it. Trust me. I've seen the work you've done here, so I know.
Oh, he takes, like he said, he takes a lot of pride in what he does. You know, humans make mistakes.
Yes, of course.
And going back and fixing those mistakes, you know, is what's important. And this guy is such a perfectionist that if he sees something off, plus he knows that I'm like, I get a little OCD sometimes, and he just takes that and he perfects what he's doing. He can't wait to show me what he's done. You know?
I'd rather take an extra 10 minutes and make sure it's right than hurry 20 minutes earlier
and mess it up.
And mess something up.
Yes, absolutely.
My dad always told me, if you can't find time to do it right the first time, when are you going to find time to do it again? Because if you don't do it right, you know you'll be back doing it again.
Yes.
And I've always lived by that motto.
Yeah.
And it shows. And it shows in the work,
Now, let the world know, you know, what branch were you in?
I was in the Marine Corps.
Okay, and then what years?
I went in 69. I got out early 73.
Wow.
So you did about 3 tours in there?
No, just one.
Just one, okay.
In 4 years.
Right,
Yeah.
wow.
And that was Vietnam, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that was Vietnam. And you know, this subject matter isn't an easy one for just anyone to talk about. You gotta understand, this is not something that just goes away. This is lifelong. A lot of these gentlemen put themselves all on the line, but also saw some of their friends not make it back and put their own lives on the line. And the courage
and bravery
that it takes to, you know, be in your shoes, your boots, and wear your hard hat, man, your helmet. You know, we really applaud you, gentlemen, for real. And I know it can't be easy. What's something that, you know, I know that besides the tragedies that have happened, you had to have built some bonds, strong bonds with some people that you met along your journey, right?
I met a lot of brothers there that a lot of them died there.
Wow.
But a lot more are dying here because of there.
Wow.
With Agent Orange cancer
Mm-hmm.
and suicides.
Yes.
You know, they give Purple Hearts to people who are wounded in combat. I think that any vet that served in Nam should have a Purple Heart for what we're going through yet today.
Absolutely. You're 100% right.
Yeah, I agree with you,
right.
man.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
yeah.
Obviously, you know, the years went by, and year after year, there's more young men recruiting into the military branches. There's some people out there that obviously they really are looking forward to serving their country and being a part of that movement of, you know, protecting and serving. God bless, man.
Have a good one.
Take care. That was another veteran that just
another
walked
Marine
out.
that left, yeah.
Yeah. You know, what's something that if a young future Marine or any kind of young man entering any branch, what's something that you might say to that young fella that might give him the courage that you might once also have exhibited?
If this is what you want to do it. And my tip is, if you're going to do it, make a career out of it. As much as I went through, I wish I had, because I could have retired at 36 years old with 20 years in. And back then, 20 years seemed like forever, but it went by so fast. I'm 71 years old now, and that's one of the things that I do regret, is not making a career out of it. But if you want to do it, do it.
Right.
Don't hesitate.
And if they're having second thoughts, what's something that you might say to them to feel okay to make the next step?
Make sure that it's what you want before you make that commitment, because it is a commitment.
Right.
My hat says DD 214, but just because I was discharged, my enlistment never ended.
Yeah, this is a lifelong thing.
It's very lifelong,
yes.
and you'll carry, whether you go into war or whether you go through peace, which is what I pray for all of you.
Right.
It's still memories, some good, some bad, but it's life, no matter how you look at it, but it is a commitment. So if you're going to do it, but make sure it's what you want before you make the commitment.
Right.
Those are good words of advice.
Absolutely.
You know, make sure that you've thought it through, you've spoken to your families, and this is something that you know you're passionate about. We need you guys. You know, like I said, we wouldn't have this freeness that we have if it wasn't for soldiers from the past who, you know, like I said, risked it all to make all this possible.
Yes, sir.
And I know that we are so used to this that it's like it's just normal, but you know, it really didn't have to be like this. And if it wasn't for these courageous young men who put it all on the lines, you know, we wouldn't be as free as we are. So from the bottoms of our hearts here at Shop Talk Podcast, thank you very much. We appreciate you all.
Absolutely.
Jeff, say bye to the peoples, man.
Oh, God bless, and I hope you stay safe and stay warm this winter.
Stay warm.
That's right.
Man, yes. As you can see, it's always positive vibes, always love here.
Yes, sir.
Jeff is one of my favorite people that I've come across. Like I said, he's taking care of business for me upstairs and even downstairs. You know, we have 4 floors, right? If you include the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this building, and
I've worked on every one of them.
Wow.
and we're doing our thing. Yeah, this guy is, you know, anything from plumbing to electrical. We lighting. I mean, everything, flooring, everything.
Incredible.
So, Jeff, thank you for joining us today on episode 4, man.
You're very welcome.
And thank you so much for everything in your service. Absolutely.
Yes, thank you so much.
Very well appreciated. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
All right, and thank you for sharing. And I know it isn't always easy to talk and relive some of the memories, but I do applaud you for taking a step and doing this for us. And
yes, sir.
I know it couldn't have been easy, but we try to keep the questions, light, because I know there's too much to talk about in just one show, and you would need a movie, which they made a couple. Just seriously, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
All right.
You're very welcome.
Peace. We got episode 4 on the wraps.
That's right. When you see a veteran out there, just say thank you. Show your gratitude, because without them, a lot of things wouldn't happen in this country. These are things to live by, and always respect your elders. Respect people, period. But always
a simple
show
thank you goes a long way,
Absolutely.
man. Especially for a veteran who's been through it.
Yes, my father's a veteran. My grandfather was a veteran, so I have a lot of respect for veterans.
Yes,
and they do a lot for this country, whether you believe it or not. I know a lot of you have different beliefs, but believe that veterans do a lot for this country, and we appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Everybody, yeah.
All right, so we wrapping it up, and stay tuned for episode 5 coming up next.
Episode 5 coming up. We got a cool guest for you guys on episode 5. Very intriguing young fella, and I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah, we just won't.
We're just gonna make you wait.
We'll just show it, and keep an eye out. We have merch coming. We have a lot of new things coming, so keep an eye out soon. And
yes, sir.
We'll definitely have the ball rolling on that. And appreciate again to you guys tuning in. Remember, come to 17 North Main Street. That's in Gloversville for the best haircuts in town.
Thank
FCB,
you.
look
and
it up.
And if you are interested in sharing your story,
hit us up.
Hit us up, man. We want to hear from you. The world wants to hear from you, and they need to hear from you.
That's right. We need more inspiring guests like Jeff on the show, side of their life. So we appreciate everyone, and have a good one, guys. Stay blessed.
Stay blessed.